Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Freedom Johnson, your realtor and investor, giving you another tip on whenever you are selling your house, a few things that you should know before selling it. So for number one, most people want to ask the question, how much am I going to pay a realtor? Well, for obviously buyers, they do not pay commission because it actually comes out of the seller's equity. So what I mean by that is if you have, let's say you have a mortgage of $100,000, but your house is worth $200,000. Then from the equity, that $100,000 you have, commission is going to be going towards the seller's agent and the buyer's agent right there. So commissions are something that you are going to be paying, and that's something to really consider as well, because if in a situation where you don't have equity, it's totally fine. Most agents are going to work with you for a fee, or there might be some other type of financing that they could do for you guys, like owner finance and other things like that. But we get into the weeds with that. We can do that on another video. But you're going to be paying commissions for that. So most people ask the question though, if I have a seller's agent, all they're doing is opening up the door for me, right? It's not necessarily true. Here's why. I'm working with someone right now who wants to do for sale by owner, and we're helping them out and giving them information. And the first thing that they came across was the question that they asked me, well, doesn't the person just give me the check and then I give them the house? That's not necessarily true if you're a first-time seller. And the reason is because it must go through a title company in order for the property to properly change hands from your hands to the new buyer's hands. So you need a title company, right? So if someone just gives you the check, well, that's great, you may have the check, but they don't have the actual rights to own and sell the house whenever they're ready. So that's why we need a title company to properly transfer that. The other thing, what does an agent do exactly if they're listing my house? Well, it's more than just opening doors. What I mean by that is I have a for sale by owner right now, and we're helping them out. And the first thing that they had questions on is the contracts. And the contracts can say many, many different things. So you really need a real estate agent to actually explain that terminology to you, because there are so many ways that a buyer could write up a contract, or a buyer's agent who could write up a contract and ask you to help the buyer pay for some of their expenses. And if you don't understand the contract, you wouldn't even know what you would be signing, right? So we have that in another video. If you find some value in this one, you might want to watch that video to actually understand what a contract is, if you're going to do for sale by owner, right? So what else does a real estate agent do other than understanding the contracts and the terminology in it is the marketing. I want to give you an example. Let's say you're a for sale by owner right now and you don't want to pay any commissions to the agent, but instead you want to sell it yourself. Well, if an agent has any experience with marketing, then they're going to be doing anything on the internet. They're going to be doing things in the paper. They're going to be putting ads out. They're going to be putting banners. They're going to do an open house marketing. They're going to be marketing to brokers. They're going to be marketing to agents, to buyers as well. And just doing all that marketing while you're at work would be somewhat of a hassle, right? Because let's say you do a for sale by owner and someone, ads and marketing and newspaper ads, and someone calls you 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but you're at work and they want to come see the house. Well, you would have to wait until you got off work. And that time right there may leave that buyer disinterested in wanting to come see that house. So you actually need an agent, because since they do all that marketing for you, then that's what they're getting paid to do, to expose your property to as many interested buyers as well. The other question that people ask is, why can't I just put it on Zillow? Here's the thing with Zillow. Zillow is a great website to get your property in front of people, but when people actually come into your house, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're pre-qualified. Now, what does pre-qualified actually mean? It means that a buyer has already gone to the bank and they've got a pre-qualification letter saying that this person is qualified financially at this price to buy a house at this price and under, right? So if the house is just up on Zillow, I could go look at a house with no pre-qualification and make an offer, but you would never have proof of funds that I'm financially capable to buy a house. What does an agent do? Well, an agent actually vets those people out already, right? Most agents don't go show houses until they have a pre-qualification letter. And then as a seller's agent, they're making sure that anyone who does give an offer is already pre-qualified and have to send those documents, and they can verify and call that bank and verify that those people are ready to buy. That's another thing that an agent does for you. They vet out a lot of the tire kickers, we would call them, and actually only entertain people who are seriously financially capable of buying a property. The other thing is showings. So let's say you're for sale by owner and you just have a key on the under the mat maybe. And whenever anybody wants to come take a look at the property, you just let them know, hey, the key is under the mat, and go ahead and take a look at the property. Well, doesn't that feel a little bit intrusive to you? Because now anybody can have that key. Well, as an agent, they have something called the CSS, which is the Central Showing System. And what that is that any agent who does have a buyer, they have to put in their MLS ID, they have to put in a code, they have to be verified. And then whenever they actually want to see the house, they have to schedule a time to available to see the house. But they also have a checkout time when they have to put that key into something which is called a security lockbox. That way, the key is always safe. That's another thing that an agent does. So they protect you, they protect the house, they protect the integrity of the house, and they protect the integrity of the process of finding the potential home buyer for your house, right? So you've got marketing, you've got the intellectual capital that I like to call, which is the knowledge of understanding the contracts, because there are people out there who might put an offer for $1 million and put in settlement and expenses. I need you to pay $900,000, which in turn are really giving them $100,000 offer. So the $1 million offer may look great, but once you understand that contract, in terms of not that terminology, then you understand, oh, they're really giving me $100 grand. That's what an agent can help you as well. So outside of the contract, outside of the marketing, outside of the integrity of the property, what else can an agent do? Well, they might have a network of interested buyers already, or they might have a network of agents who have interested buyers already. So they're putting your house in the best position to sell at a faster date than what Zillow would be able to do, because Zillow is just a public platform. Look at Zillow kind of like Facebook. If I put my house on Facebook, then anyone can say that they're interested in the property, but that does not mean that they're qualified or pre-qualified. So here's just a couple tips of what an agent can do when they're helping you sell your property. If you guys want to see some more videos, I have another one right here. I'll see you in the next video. You guys have a great day. Peace.